Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to go to Ixcaret. It is currently raining outside. Now it kind of stopped a little bit, but it is going to be raining for most of the day. That shouldn't affect anything. Right now we're currently grabbing a bite to eat at Chesaline, a restaurant that's that's actually right next to the spot that we gotta meet the people that are gonna pick us up or take us to Ixcaret. Because we paid for the ticket, we actually paid for transportation. With that included, you gotta pay extra for that, but we paid for that, so there's gonna be a bus that's gonna take us there, and there's gonna be a bus that's gonna take us back. I don't know necessarily at what time they're gonna take us back, or if there's any like time limit or such for us to get back, but the last time that we took a transportation there, it brought us back at the end of the show, which is a great spectacular that happens at the end of the day, where everyone is invited to come and watch. We pay for the dinner spectacular, so right now I actually ordered the, I believe it's a combo meal, which is going to be the omelet with cheese, eggs, and ham. And it comes with an orange juice, a coffee of your choice, and bread. So, and the coffee, they said that you can get a cappuccino, I believe, Americano, and a latte. And then here's the omelet. So soft, so fresh. Everything is delicious. And then I got my latte and orange juice. And the bread comes in a basket like that with your complimentary croissant and the bread to eat with your omelet. So yeah.
So as I mentioned, we are actually heading to Ixcaret, and to get to the location, to get to the park, we actually took one of the buses that are provided by Ixcaret. This is an additional cost, but we decided to do it because of the convenience. The pickup location is always going to vary depending on where you're getting picked up. However, the pickup time from the park to drop you back off to where they pick you up in the morning is going to remain the same, which is 9:30. That is giving you about a half hour to go from the spectacular show that they have in the park at the end, where it finishes at 9. It gives you about half an hour to leave the park and get your stuff, if anything, to get back on the bus. Now, we actually purchased a dinner spectacular, which is when the show is going on, you actually enjoy a 7-course meal. They're not a big portion, but they're very, very delicious meals that just really scream the gastronomy of what Mexico is. And you get unlimited drinks of your choice, and they do also offer alcohol if you're of age, and you're able to watch the show in an extra comfort while dining and drinking. And this is an additional cost as well, so that was $70 when we went. However, before that, we've gone there the year before and it was $60, so just know that even though it was $70 when we went, the price could change, the price could get higher since then. Now, they did let me take a photo of some of the prices of the different additional costs that they have, such as some of the additional activities that you could do. I have it up in the screen here. Some of those extra activities that you can do are sea treks, adrenalina, which is when they take you on a really, really fast boat ride where you're strapped in and you just feel the exhilaration, the snorkeling tour, parachutes, which is a parasailing experience, sea treks with stingrays, and many, many more experiences.
So to get around, there's different paths that you can take, and paths will lead you to the different areas that you want. There is a map somewhere, but right now, as soon as you come in, depending on what type of ticket you have, you can go to the Ixcaret Plus, and that's where you're gonna put the lockers, which are complimentary with your ticket if you have Ixcaret Plus. If not, you should honestly upgrade. By upgrading, like we did, you get one lunch, which is buffet style, and from 12 to 5 you can get and you get a locker, and you're able to borrow the scuba gear, which is really fun, honestly. It's not as big as, like, say Explorer, where you can scuba everywhere, and it's honestly a really, like, out of the world experience, but it is still, like, nice to try the scuba activity. And that, if you want to do that, here it comes with the upgrade. And if you have the Ixcaret Plus ticket, it's already included in your ticket to be able to borrow the scuba gear. So right now we're just going to walk following the black path to get to the lockers, and then the lockers are right next to the actual river, so we're gonna just put our stuff there, go into the river, and just head out.
They also do have what they call selfies that you can take all over the park for an additional cost, which is when you come in, you have a bracelet, and that bracelet is your entrance. But if you're there for the day, you can always use that bracelet if you purchase the selfies package to scan your bracelet at different locations in the park to take photos with the cameras that they already have set up. For Ixcaret, we didn't do this just because we've already done it before. We've already been here before, but it is a wonderful way of taking photos without having to carry an extra camera around or have extra luggage on you, especially when you're going around the park in different places, and some places may not necessarily allow cameras to go on, or it may just make it difficult to enjoy the experience. However, if you are going to take certain larger items or anything that you don't want to get wet with you to the ride, you can always leave it by a kiosk in the front, and they'll put it in a bag, a waterproof bag, and they'll actually take your belongings to the end of the ride and to the end of the activity, so that it'll be ready and you don't have to carry it during the whole actual activity.
Adelante, bienvenidos. Hola, buenos días. ¿Cuántas mochilas van a guardar en el locker?
Tres.
Tres. Permítame un brazalete, por favor. El costo de la pérdida de llaves son 420 pesos. Se devuelve, por favor, antes de ir al show de las 7 de la noche. Las numeraciones vienen en cada una de sus llaves y las encuentra saliendo del lado derecho, la sección amarilla.
Gracias. They're going to give you a key, and then you're able to open up your locker, and you can so the lockers are a pretty good size, not too big, not too small, to fit like your bag. I honestly suggest doing that because you're going to spend most of the time walking around a lot, so it's just convenient to put your things in the locker. Okay. We are now entering the river.
No.
This is the river Manatee, which is a little bit stronger than the other ones. So please make sure to read all of the precautions. If you have cardiovascular issues, asthma, diabetes, epilepsy, high blood pressure, please refrain from entering the river. So it takes, I'm not really sure how long it'll take to get through the hole, but
741 metros del
this river is 2,431 feet of river. So we start here and we go all the way through there, and there are 4 points. And there are 4 points where you can get off. So if you end up being tired or anything, you can always stop at those points and either end it or take a break. So don't worry if you need a break or anything. But yeah, so this is caution. The water is usually very, very cold.
Also note that if you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed or if you get tired while you're in this experience, not to worry. There is a rope that is throughout the whole experience. For the most part, there are certain parts where the rope may be gone for certain reasons, but for most of the experience where there's tunnels and such, and it can get really deep, the water, there is rope, so you can swim freely, as my dad is doing here, or you can hold onto the rope to help you push forward. And if you don't want to let go of the rope, that's okay too. Some people, it can get very dark in these caves, in the river. So do take caution of that. If you're claustrophobic or if you're afraid of the dark, those are certain things to expect for the going in the river. There are 3 different types of rivers. So the lighter one that is for everyone isn't gonna have as many of these tunnels, and then this one, which is Manatee, is a lot more difficult, and it's meant for more experienced swimmers or people who have done this course before or are looking for a challenge, because it is a very, very long course. Now, if you are very experienced at swimming, I'd say go for it. It is quite the trek, but it is such a wonderful sight to see, and just the view is amazing, absolutely amazing, and such worth the very exhausting just swim. But as you can see, everything is just beautiful. Even on this day where it wasn't as sunny as it usually can get, just being able to swim through the river is wonderful. But I will say, be cautious. It is for more experienced swimmers, as there's points in the river where the river actually pushes you back. So you actually have to know how to swim a little bit more to be able to push yourself forward. Here's actually a wonderful example of what I was referring to with the shelfies. This is a family taking a photo in one of the spots where shelfies can be taken. They aren't actually taking the shelfies. In these spots, people can actually just scan their bracelets and have the photo taken automatically, which helps with just free hands and also just being able to pose as freely as you'd like. So it is very convenient to buy the photo package, especially if it's your first time there and you don't want to miss out on anything.
And we've made it. ¿Cómo fue, pa?
Oh my god.
It was honestly a pretty hard trek. It's really, really long and lots of caves. I still think it's doable, ¿verdad, pa? Yeah. I think what added to an extra layer of difficulty is the fact that it's raining, and that's making the river kind of a little bit more difficult to trek through.
And here we have, at the very end of the river, an iconic spot where a lot of people will line up to get their photos done with the shelfie band with their bracelet. So next up, we went to the bat cave to check out the bats. Now remember, this is their natural habitat, so please remember to whisper while you're in there, and no flash photographies, as it will disturb the bats. After going to the bat cave, we went to the archaeological sites and read a little bit about the history that is there about the archaeological sites, to eventually go to our destination, which was snorkeling. Now, where I'm pointing is actually the kiosk where you can get your masks. If you have it included, if you have the Ixcaret Plus, it's already included, and you just scan your bracelet and they give you the mask. If it's not included in your package, you can always rent it on the spot. Just remember to have a form of payment on you, as they do take card and Apple Pay. After snorkeling and taking in the beautiful view of the ocean, we went to the restaurant called La Cocina, which is actually located by the entrance and is a traditional Mexican restaurant. Now, if you have the Ixcaret Plus package, all you will do is scan your bracelet and then they will take you to your table. Because the Plus package only includes one meal, we usually recommend to go eat at 2 or 3 to hold you till the show. Although this is a traditional Mexican restaurant, there is a variety of different choices to choose from, such as the fruit and dessert bar. Now, please be aware that if you do see something flying around in the restaurant, pay no mind to it. They are most likely bees, and since they are an endangered species, the restaurant does ask to please keep calm and let them fly on. Here we have the ice cream, and also over there is where all of the drinks are, the natural drinks, the salad bar. There are so many different salads to choose from. And here we have traditional Mexican coffee. Now you can pour it yourself, or you can ask your waiter to please bring it to your table. And here we have all of the different traditional Mexican meats and dishes. There are so many to choose from. My favorite is barbacoa, so I'd say go for that as a recommendation, but everything here was super, super delicious.
So far I grabbed a little bit of fish, chicken barbacoa. I don't remember what one of them is. And tortillas tradicionales. The fish is excellent, just cooked to perfection. I still haven't tried the rest, but it all looks so good. And this is buffet style, so you can grab as many plates as you want of anything while you're in here. Unlimited drinks. You get one beer of your choice, but just one. But the rest of the like agua frescas and like sodas, all of those are unlimited as long as you're still in the restaurant.
And paid our respects at the church that is near the restaurant. And after that, we went to La Casa de Arte Popular Mexicano, which is the house of popular Mexican art. It was very beautiful, and it showed a lot of traditional Mexican pieces and how a traditional home looked. After that, we actually went to check out what a traditional Mayan home looked from its beginning of time to the most modern of its history. Now after this, we went to go check out the cemetery, Now, do not worry, you are not actually visiting or disturbing anyone's resting place. These are fake cemeteries, but they are there to kind of show the tradition of Mexico and a lot of Latin American countries and how we pay respects to the dead by creating very beautifully designed funerals and beautifully designed last resting place. And if you can read Spanish, it's great to read these because some of them have little jokes and sayings. Next up was the jaguars and pumas. I tried to get as much from the pumas and jaguars, but unfortunately on this day I couldn't find one, and the other one was just not facing us. And we tried giving little kisses and seeing if that would attract them, but you know what? They were chilling, so we just let them be. The butterfly enclosure was very beautiful, and it was very warm on top of the already heated place, but it was very beautiful to see. Please do not touch the butterflies. You know, they are very fragile, so you can admire them from afar. You can admire how they fly and being in their natural habitat, but please do not try to touch them.
Oh, and over here you can you can extend your arms and see how long your arms are and what type of bird you would have been essentially. This is a really cool spot because here you can have one person speak here and you can hear them over there. My dad's gonna speak from there and then you'll be able to hear him.
Sería, habla más duro. Hola. Sí, háblale.
Hola, pa.
Oh, güey. Pa, que si me escuchas. Ok, ya vamos.
So cool thing is that they also let you know how friendly these birds are and which one's friendly, which one's not.
going to the dinner spectacular to my sea. Now, we reserved it ahead of time, but you can also try and see if you can reserve it the day of. It all is based on availability. And they actually had 9 courses of different soups, salads, just bite-sized meals that ended with a very delicious dessert. And if you have allergies, it is very, very important to let them know as soon as possible so that they can make any accommodations for you. And they were very accommodating to all of my allergies. Regardless, everything was super, super delicious and the view was spectacular. If you're celebrating a special occasion, just know you can celebrate it here at Ixcaret in the dinner spectacular. Just remember to let them know in the beginning of the day when you're confirming your reservation and when you arrive at the dinner spectacular as well. Whether it's your first time visiting Ixcaret or your third time visiting there like us, you are always going to feel something when you watch the show. There's so much going on, and you can just tell how much passion and how much love there is in every part of this very wonderful, beautiful, spectacular show. So all I really have to say is it is worth every penny to go and really experience what Ixcaret is. Now that's all that I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope that everything that you saw really does bring light to you and inspire you to come. Now, if you're enjoying these videos, the next video that I'll be posting is about us going to explore one of the other parks under Ixcaret. I hope to see you guys soon. Bye!